You have to excuse me because I'm eating right now, y'all. I'm eating some pizza. I deserve it. Wow. All right. Hold on. It's so good. Stuffed crust pizza is about. Stuffed crust pizza is the bomb. I don't eat pizza a lot, but when I do, it's stuffed crust pizza. I can literally see my neighbors eating dinner. It's a beautiful sight. You got a whole family eating together at the table. A lot of people don't do that a lot nowadays. Nanya. I hope I said your name correctly. What's good? Greetings from NC, North Carolina. It's good. I'm gonna tell you what happened in a second. Hold on. I think I had a girlfriend from Africa named your name actually back in college. That's why I know how to pronounce it. Where are you from? Besides North Carolina, where's your family from? UK, what's up, Storm Nash? Greetings. That's what's up. Oh, interesting. That's what's up. What's going on, Storm Nash? All right, so look. That was good. I get off this little live with y'all. I'm about to smash half the box. And I got some breadsticks too, y'all. Playing. Ooh. All right, so look. I said I was gonna work. I'm not gonna explain myself. For real. They messed up my pizza last time, so I had a $20 credit. Best believe I used that. All right, so look. I went to the dealership. I'm not gonna use names because one thing when you start to know information, you start to gain information, sometimes our heads get puffed up and you start calling people out and throwing this energy out that we don't think we're going to get back. So I don't want to badmouth a company, but if I'm led to, I will, But this experience was interesting. So I went to my homeboy's car dealership. I will shout his car dealership out. I'm in Tampa, Florida. If you're in the Brandon area and go check out my boy Roland at Furman Chevy. So I went to Furman Chevy. I don't really like the vehicles they have. There's nothing wrong with their vehicles. Their vehicles, like if you're into Camaros and Corvettes and Trail Boss trucks and all the Chevy stuff. I've never been a Chevy guy. I've always been like Ford. I've always been a Ford guy. But if you're in the area in Tampa, Florida, holler at my boy Roland at Furman Chevy. He'll get you right. He'll get you set up. And he told me today that one guy pre-ordered a truck and he was using a 1099A process. And he had canceled the order because he wanted to get something from he had found another truck because he was going to order a truck and have it sent to that dealership. And he decided to go somewhere else. I think the name of the dealership was Jim Brown something. I don't really remember. But anyway, So I went there, hollered at my boy Roland, and then I bounced, and then I went to this other dealership. So when I went to the dealership, I was on my Segway. If you watch my live, my previous live, I was on my Segway. So I rode around my Segway, and I went to the used lot at first. They were all standing out there, and they didn't really pay me much attention. And I guess they're trying to like give me my space. Because you know how some salesmen can be super aggressive and, oh, what do you want? Hey, what's going on, guy? What you doing? What can I show you? I guess they're trying to be less aggressive, which was explained to me later. But I was out there for about a good 30, 45 minutes looking at trucks. And I've always wanted this one particular truck. It's about brand new, it's about $81,000 out the door. It's about $92,000 with taxes and fees. It's about $105,000. Panoramic roof. Yeah, it was good. It was nice. I'm not gonna tell you the truck is a Raptor. It's a Ford Raptor. Okay, there you go. I'm just not gonna tell you where I was. So I'm looking at this Ford Raptor, and it started raining real hard, and everybody should have mentors in life, right? You should always have some people in your life that give you a different perspective and help you understand different things from a different view. I'm not the one to conform to the world. A lot of people are. I'm not going to say the 1099A process doesn't work, because it does, but it is it's like playing Russian roulette. It's like literally like playing Russian roulette. Like, so it might be 45 days, it might be 6 months, it might be 9 months, it might be 30 days. Like, you really don't know. And then, most of these salesmen are just salesmen. They don't know anything about legalities. They're just looking to get a sale. They want cash. They don't understand what money is. Okay, so just mark those words that I just said. They don't understand what money is. Okay, so if you're watching this live or in this realm of doing things, right? Hold on a second. I feel like you need to understand what money is, okay? I swear I heard somebody knock. If you don't understand what money is, these companies and these people are going to do you all types of ways, and when they don't accept the tender of payment that you're trying to discharge your debt with, you're going to get discouraged. Oh, it doesn't work. There's pretty much all the ways that you see on, and I'm not going to say all of them, but majority of the ways, if you're in this room, the ways that I showed you in my first videos, those work. That method works. Here's the thing. Not even, I could do a conditional acceptance, yes, but they didn't run my credit. I didn't allow them to run my credit. I didn't want them to run my credit. I was there mostly for experimental type things, you know what I mean? But most people don't know what money is. They don't understand how the banking system works. They have no idea what the laws are. Like, for instance, I went and asked, first I went directly to the finance director or the finance department. I was like, hey, can I speak to somebody in finance? I didn't even ask. I just walked in there. They're like, I asked one particular guy, I said, hey, what can you tell me about a truth in lending disclosure? He was like, oh no. He said, let me get homeboy that been here for like 13 years. Let me go get him for you. So they went and got him, and I don't really remember what his response was, but it wasn't, he was nervous. He was kind of nervous. You know, I watch people. I'm very observant. I didn't ask him that first. The first question I asked him was, what is a finance charge? And he was like, okay, finance charge is when you, He basically said a finance charge depends on how much the vehicle is, and when you get a certain amount of vehicle, the amount that the vehicle is, if you're financing, the financing charge goes on top of the vehicle, right? So if you know your laws, okay, and I want you guys to figure this out, okay? You can type into Google, okay, because getting a down payment from a consumer is very illegal. It's very illegal. Some dealerships know they're doing this. Some, I don't think they know they're doing this. But the finance charge is supposed to cover your down payment. You don't need to give them a down payment because you're financing it. That should be the down payment. All right. So he just told me some, big exaggerated thing. And then I asked him what the truth of lending disclosure was, and he couldn't really tell me what that was either. And then I asked him, okay, I want to pay this $90,000 truck outright. He's like, okay, what kind of credit score? I was like, my credit doesn't matter. And okay, I want to stick this in here. You guys got to, and even I'm talking to myself, you guys got to remain humble and alert your face that you're trying to be humble too, because sometimes our facial expressions don't match, right? Because we know information, or some of us know information that they don't know, okay? And modern money mechanics defines money as the checkable liabilities of a bank. So I was like, hey, I just want to pay it right off. I don't want to have any type of financing or anything. He was like, okay, well, do you have the money? I was like, no. I said, I don't have it with me. I said, I do have it. He was like, okay, well, how are you going to pay? I said, a monetary instrument. He was like, what's a monetary instrument? I said, you don't know what a monetary instrument is? He's like, well, I do know what a monetary instrument, but what type of monetary instrument are you going to use? I said, I really doesn't matter. I said, what I want to ask you is, can you give me a purchasing order? Now, most dealerships shouldn't have a problem giving you a purchasing order. It's basically a legal binding contract saying, with all the numbers written up and all the taxes saying that how much the truck is, how much is going to be out the door, and the seller saying, all right, I'm gonna sign here. This is, all these numbers are true. This is what it is. And then the buyers signs and says, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm going to buy it. Let me get my funds together. This is what you're supposed to do before any type of transaction happens. You're buying a high ticket vehicle like this, right? Because either one, you're going to go take that purchase order to your bank, and they're going to be like, all right, cool, like it, I like it, okay, we can approve you for that. All right, great, here's a draft, bob, right? Or, in my thinking, I'm going to go home and do something else. I'm going to go home and take that purchasing order, and I'm going to write the CEO or the CFO, and I'm going to send him a monetary instrument. Now, a lot of people don't know what a promissory note is. A lot of people don't know what money is, period. And because we in general as a whole we like to listen to a lot of other people and what the vast majority says. Oh, promissory note, it's not money. That's not real money. Listen, money is, there's no money. There's no money, right? To understand what I'm saying, you need to go and read Title 12 or Title 15, Title 42, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. You need to read stuff like that to understand what even is money and how banks operate, because pretty much everything is like a bank. And here's the thing, right? People are acting as the source of money and the things that they're trying to sell you, but they're really not. They're subcontractors. Like, for instance, here's a fun fact. I did go to the financial department first. 18 U.S.C. 8 says that the United States is obligated. Yes, just correct, Anthony. So listen, the trucks and cars on that lot are not owned by that company. Department of Transportation owns those vehicles, okay? And they are trying to make a buck. They don't even own those cars. It's like leasing them. They're leasing the cars, and then they're selling it to you, and you're leasing the cars, and they're making buku amounts of money off you, right? Okay, without getting real too deep, because the information that you guys need to know is all in the laws, all in your state UCC codes, right? Your particular state has UCC codes, right? And if you don't know what consumer law and what the consumer, what the bureau has set in place for laws for you, and especially if you have no idea what money is, you are going to be spinning your wheels for years trying to get how to get a vehicle. You can do the 1099-A process, but I've been studying this for a few months, but there is something missing. There is something that we're not doing to get it quicker. It shouldn't take 45 days or you got to guess and wait 6 months for you to get a vehicle when these forms, when we are the creditors and these people are the debtors. Do you understand? I got a Telegram call at 9:30. If you're not in my Telegram group, that's cool. I've put it up so many times. Email me. My email is all in my videos. At this point, if you haven't got my email, my Telegram, it's because you just not ready for the information that I'm giving in these in my chat and in these calls that we're having, these video chats that we're having, right? This type of stuff requires honor, because once you get a hold of this information and understand this information, first of all, the information costs a price. It's a price. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm charging you money, send me cash out. I'm talking about it costs your time. It costs you not hanging out with your friends and spending time in these laws. It costs something. It costs a part of your life to understand these laws. And there's particular laws. I just said it, Title 12, Title 42, Title 15. These types of things you need to understand, overstand, comprehend these types of things so that you can go in here with confidence and be like, listen, give me a purchase order. I'm gonna buy this vehicle outright. And if you don't have the vehicle when I come back, you're just gonna have to give me another one. I would just get another one. And you have already, I want you guys to look up administrative processes. You need to bang that into your head. Administrative processes, right? Administrative processes, right? Administrative process. Because pretty much you're going to have to use this administrative process when people try to buck you, when you know the law and they're trying to dodge the law. You're going to have to put them through administrative processes to make them adhere to the law. I hear you, Anthony. I hear you. When you in the law, you are the law. And there's no buck in the law. There's no buck in the law. State has UCC codes. Every state is abiding by UCC codes. UCC codes are national, international. They're national, okay? And if these people are not adhering to these codes, you're going to have to put them through administrative processes. Say, hey, this is how I want to pay it. Here's the tender for it. Here's 10 days for you to respond. They don't send you back the tender. They took the payment. And if they send it back to you, they still discharge the payment. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then after they don't respond, you send them a non-response. You guys need to look this up, okay? Because I'm not going to sit here and explain this to you through a live, even though I don't mind. But some of you are not mature enough mentally to understand this. Some of you just want a PDF to be sent to you, and you want to fill out the form with your information. You go turn it into a company, and then they give you what you want. That is not how it works. That's like playing Russian roulette. That's like there's no kind of cost associated with that. If it was that easy, then everybody be doing it, and then it'd be a pretty interesting world. You understand? So there's a cost associated with this, guys. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And if you haven't gotten my Telegram, I know the name of my Telegram, but obviously when people look it up, it's not showing up. My Telegram's all through my videos and my lives, and my email is, if you guys have, I'm not trying to be a douchebag, but we as a whole collectively aren't escaping these bonds of slavery because we're being cognitively lazy. We're not looking for information like all this stuff that that people are succeeding and get, because look, it's working. People are paying there's been people paying their bills with postal money orders for 10 years. There's people that have their utilities paid off for the whole year, and they're not using 1099As. They understand something that we're not understanding. And that's because we're not in the books like how they was. And of course, some people are going to want to charge money. And so of course, some people want to lay low and be only direct. There's some people who live by an honor, code of honor, and they can discern certain people. They don't want to be in front of camera. They don't want to be on YouTube like this. They don't want to be talking to people, and they can discern who's really going to do what they're supposed to do with this information and honor, and they're drawn to them, and they mentor them, and they help them, and there's no cost to it, because there's principles that you have to apply by, spiritual principles. Okay, I keep saying this scripture, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but high principalities, dark spirits. There's principles that you have to abide by when you're doing this stuff in order for it to go smoothly for you. And if you don't share this information that you're using, that's principle based with others, and you're hiding it to yourself, I guarantee those people's lives are very interesting. You might have the material things because they follow the principles, but their life is not going the way they want to go. Do you understand? So you got to understand, yes. You got to understand this, guys. Like this, look, I was supposed to be in this realm a long time ago, but I chose to spend my time getting high. It's nothing wrong with smoking weed. Smoke weed, cool. I loved getting high. I got high all the time, but it was distracting me from doing what I was supposed to be doing. And it opened up my gates. It opened up my gates to other spiritual energy that some people might be okay with, but for me and the purpose that God made me, put me on earth for, it wasn't conducive. You understand? It wasn't conducive. So what am I saying? I'm saying if you're not in Title 15, Title 42, Title 12, understanding overstanding who the CFPB is. Listen, I'm not shaming nobody for nothing. Some people need it for medicinal purposes. Some people need it for different reasons. But everybody can't do it and focus. Everybody can't do it and focus. Everybody can't control, what they do and focus on what they need to. You know what I mean? Some of us need to fast. Some of us need to fast from some of the stuff that we do on a regular basis. Fast from people that we see, fasting from things, how we talk, fasting from what we see on TV, and really go into consecration so that we can hear from the Almighty Most High on what direction and who we're supposed to be talking to. I listen, the more I consecrate myself and read this stuff and listen and ask God, listen, give me the wisdom, God. James 1:5, he said, you ask God for wisdom, you better believe you're gonna get it. And he ain't gonna say, oh, you can only get a little bit. He gonna give it to you. And if you don't think you're gonna get it, oh, well, don't even expect to get nothing, because your mind you got a shaky mind, and shaky minds don't get nothing. They like the waves in the sea. It's back and forth, back and forth. You can't handle information like this. You can't handle real wisdom. You feel me? This is powerful stuff. This is deep stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the world right now. And if you are not, if you don't have integrity with your relationship, if you if you're married, or you don't have a relationship with your kids, and you have control, and you have the ability, you don't have a relationship with yourself, or you don't have a relationship with God, how do you expect to have a relationship with this information and for God to trust you with this information if you can't show that the stuff that you was given to for free, you can't even take care of that. You can't even stay in integrity with that. Do you think that you're going to be blessed with information that can literally shift someone's life in your life, and that you're going to be trusted with this information? It is very much divine information, and you have to follow principles to get this divine information. Once somebody starts charging you for this type of information, it's already compromised. It's already compromised. Because your life, you didn't have to pay for your life. You here right now. Did you have to pay for it? Do you have to come out in the pocket to come out your mother's womb? You got to pay to talk to God. You got to pay for prayers. You got to pay for ask for wisdom. In James 1:5, he didn't say, hey, and make sure you send me a cash app when you ask for that wisdom too. You had to pay for that? So why would you ask somebody for this this information that shifted your life? Why would you ask somebody for money? I'm not saying these people are wrong that are asking for money. A worker is worthy of his hire, but there's something that you don't get. There's a principle to this. If you are getting this information freely, right? Freely meaning you're not have to pay it out of your pocket. You just have the only thing you have to pay for is your time, your concentration, your ability to be strategic and study these things. You're not paying. Why are you paying for it, first of all? And why are you charging for it? Why? Because most people don't pay attention to stuff that's attached to money. They don't think it's a value. If it's free, it's free, it's for me. No, most people don't think like that. It's a cute little saying, like put it on your Instagram. You might say it around your kids or something, or hear old folks say it. But people don't take value in stuff unless they got to pay for it, which is really backwards, because your life and your soul are free. And even though it wasn't really free for someone else, your creator, and who he sent on the earth to put himself in a human body to experience everything we've experienced and then get killed by the same people that he made. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is a lot of us are taking granted a little things in our life, and then we're expecting to get this information and be like, all right, got this PDF, and fill out the PDF. Cha-ching! Got me a car, $90,000 car, cha-ching! You're not taking care of your 500 square feet apartment. You want a mansion using a 1099A, 1040V, 1096, and you can't even take care of your little apartment. It looks like trash. Come on, guys. I can do this all night, but I have to get ready for the Zoom call. Not Zoom, the Telegram call. If you really want my Telegram, look through these chats, look through these lives. And if it's expired, email me. My email, mreid, R-E-I-D, the number 1 at rocketmail.com. Okay. But I'm not answering your email is because it's probably going to spam, and I try my best to keep up with the spam mail as well. Or maybe you just ain't ready for this information yet, and God knows it, and he wants you to see something before you enter into this realm. Either way, I'm still here. I'm still doing it for free, and I'm still not going to conform to what everyone else is saying. Okay? I got new information, and it's not even new. It's just different ways that nobody else is thinking, and they're shaky, and they don't have the faith that they need to, and they're not ready to receive the information. So they're being led by fear, and doubt, and it's not working for them because they're not in the fruits of the Spirit. They're not in the Spirit. They're in another realm. And when you're in another realm, I mean, there's nothing no one else can do for you physically. MREID, the number 1, at rocketmail.com. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock? Yeah, I got 30 minutes. All right. They're not even long. Peace and love, everybody. I love you guys, man. Thanks for following and subscribing and sharing this with people, because this is truly a movement, and it's not just a physical movement. It's a whole spiritual one. A whole spiritual one, because the Creator says that He wants all His people to acknowledge and know who He is, because He's a jealous God, and we can't put other things in front of Him and expect to get divine information to put more stuff in front of Him. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all be easy. Love y'all. Peace and love.